Okay. Wir hier auf McPlanet haben nur 20 Minuten Zeit. Time is running out and we are talking in English because we have an international audience here. And we only want to resume the McPlanet Congress, but look into new forms of dialogue and participation to really make sure that in future what we called yesterday work nets, that new forms of capacity building, of sharing, new forms of dialogue can happen. What we're doing here is a game. Everybody has, like in television, 1 minute, 30 seconds, to really say what he would like to talk about when he gets speaking time. And I will start as my offer. I would talk about what we did with Christoph Schlingensief in the campaign Election Circus to really elect ourselves and empower the people to speak in another form of dialogue method I call magic round tables, where time credits are given to the person you or anyone who is here wants to listen to. So this was my 1:30. Everybody in that circle in 1 minute 30 seconds a proposal. What is your thing?
Can we do the intro again? Because we had too much background noise. Can you do
We can do another intro later, another time.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, can someone else start?
No.
Okay. An offer we can't refuse.
Yeah, hello. My basic question, maybe you could find the answer. I can basically understand why the interdependence between our nutritional system and, for example, climate policy, because I'm talking about climate policy because it's the biggest theme nowadays. Why it's not? I can understand why it's not more stressed in big politics, but I can't understand why grassroots organizations, like many people here, environmentalists, why they seem to avoid this topic.
I understand your question very well. What we want is solutions, proposals, something you would like to share with a group, so we give you speaking time for, an offer. If you don't have an offer, not a topic, an issue, questions are nice, but only if you received speaking time and you give the speaking time to me connected to a question later, then I can answer. This is only an offer round.
Yeah, okay.
What is your offer, your unique thing?
It's a very easy offer. My offer would be, there seem to be so many problems with the coming climate crisis, and the urgency given by the climate scientists is stressed more and more. And there seems to be an easy solution, which is a little bit turning the focus away from a CO2 stressed climate policy to a methane-driven climate policy, because methane just stays in the atmosphere from 9 to 15 years, while CO2 at least stays in the atmosphere for 100 years. So we could just cut down our meat consumption for the moment to gain a little bit more time to develop more technologies.
And this is your expertise and your name?
Yes, my name is Mark and I'm from the Veg Climate Alliance, a vegetarian climate alliance which was founded this year to bring the meat topic back into climate policy.
Thank you. I'm the moderator here, but I'm also a participant. I'm Heiner Benking. I'm a facilitator and go-getter, maybe a ferment, and I'm asking now you. Who are you and your offer? Dave, who are you?
My name is David McBride. I have lived in Austin, Texas, but now live in Berlin, Germany, and am particularly right now interested in fish stocks and fish stocks, the amount of fish in the ocean and the overfishing of the fish, which also gives us problems at and around Africa. And I live in Texas, and we have great difficulties across our border to Mexico, and the European Union has great troubles with its border to Africa, and we need to talk about things.
And what is your offer to the group, so I can give you speaking time?
I would like to talk about migration problems, immigration problems, migration problems, and environmental stress causing migration problems.
Next.
I'm Eva. I think it is useful now after that conference with many workshops that we maybe concentrate on some points where we can act together, and that here is a vegetarian Climate Alliance I like very much, but maybe I can say I'm involved in Global Women's Network for Ecology and to defend the climate, and in Global Women Peace Networks, and I think there is a debate too, what Gandhi even said, that maybe the way we eat and how we produce our food, how we relate to our food, how we relate to the earth and to the water, which is a condition for our food, how we relate to the forests, which are linked with the water and the rains for our food and so on. That should be, we should see that this is all sacred in reality, from the simple essential plants and vegetables and fruits we live from. So I think probably there would be a more peaceful world if all people, millions of people, would take time to think better where their food comes from, how they buy their food, if they could not eat without meat, especially without meat which is coming from big agricultural industry, and not buy meat in big supermarkets. Maybe you can have a little pig and the pig has a nice life with you, or little goat, that's very different. But the meat coming from the supermarkets is linked with the agro-industry, and that agro-industry is killing the rainforests for big plantations with cows. So I think it would be a very good step for all people who are going to conferences and actions on climate change now. They all should stop at least eating meat for the next year. I can very well live without meat since 40 years, but I love good fruits and good vegetables.
So who are you and what is
Eva, that's enough.
Okay. Next.
I'm Carolyn, and my contribution would be, I would like to talk about the urgency of it all, because climate change is such an urgent topic, and it's we have to act in an urgent situation. We cannot spend a lot of time discussing many things. We need to come up with solutions, with ways to bring about change now, and with ways of bringing many people together. And
What is in your life? What did you change in your life?
No, we would like to make the introduction round now. No, later. So what is your offer to the group?
No, I will talk. I remind everybody of the urgency, and I will talk about what's happening already.
Okay. So my job is a little difficult because I do a new agora of dialogue and decision cultures for peacemaking, and looking into the proportions of consequences of people like this coming together and not just one person talking all the time. So I need a watch to really make sure, or invite someone who is a timekeeper. Would you be our timekeeper? Do you have a watch? Anyone has a watch? Please? Ja, machen wir.